I don't. Oh, there's some activity. I was going to say there's not a single comment out there. I think it blew my mind, and so I clicked straight to the camera instead of the intro. I thought there's something wrong, but now I see one. There's Bill Mumbo. Well, hopefully we have more than just one person. Did something go wrong? Did I post it incorrectly or something? Because usually it's more than this. I'm a little confused. I'm looking to see if I have the right title here. But anyway, I think it's right. There's 25 viewers, it says, so I guess we're on the right track. Sorry for the confusion, but I'm blown away because it's never started like this before, so it kind of threw me. Anyway, I think we've got a good play along for you tonight. It's pretty much all viewer requests. There were 5 tunes. I thought 4 of them I didn't know, but it turns out it's only 3, so I lied in the title. There's 3 of them that I'll have to read the words for. And so yeah, David Tharp says, we're here. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're here because I was really confused because there were no comments, and that's not usually the way it works. As soon as I start it live, there's usually, already a half dozen comments at least, if not more. So I was just like, did I do something wrong? Because sometimes that happens, Well, anyway, we're going to get right into it. I think you'll enjoy it. I'm going to start off with one of them I don't know at all. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that exactly. It's that I've never sang the lead to the song. We've played it in jams before, of course, and I kind of know the chorus just because you hear the chorus over and over and over, so you kind of know the chorus, but you never know the verses. So that's the problem here is I don't know the verses. So I'll be reading them. This one was requested by Brian O'Grady, I believe is the name I put down, and Bury Me Beneath the Willow. And I'm going to do it in the key of D. So this will have a 1-4-5, 1, 4, which is G, and 5, which is A, and D is our 1. My heart is sad and I am lonely for the only one I love. When shall I see her? Oh, no, never, till we meet in heaven above. Bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so she will know where I am sleeping, then perhaps she'll weep for me. She told me that she dearly loved me. How could I believe it untrue? Until the angel softly whispered, she will prove to be untrue. Oh, bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so she will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. Tomorrow was to be our wedding, God. Oh God, where can she be? She's out a-courting with another and no longer cares for me. So bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so she will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. Then perhaps she'll weep for me. Well, thank you, Brian O'Grady, for requesting that tune. It's about time I finally sang that song. It's, again, it's one that you hear all the time and it's about it, you know the chorus, but I just didn't know the words. I mean, I knew a couple of the words, but not very much. Let's see. The next request is from Victor, my buddy up there in the 51st state. Sorry, Victor. You can just go ahead and just, make a nasty comment if you want. That's okay. I'm just teasing, obviously. But anyway, Victor Ledger up there in Moncton. Dang it, I forgot the other part of it. I forgot the net Providence name. Doggone it. You know me and names. I can't remember nothing like that. Well, anyway, let's see. The song that he requested is $2 Bill, which is technically the actual title of the song, at least according to what I looked up, is Long Journey Home. That's the title of the song. $2 bill is what everybody calls it because that's real prevalent throughout the song. You hear the word $2 bill. But actually, the title is Long Journey Home. We're going to do it in the key of D. We're going to have the same 1, 4, 5 chords. So D is 1, G is 4, A is 5. And somebody's talking about me. You guys stop because my nose is itching. So anyway, let's see here. I don't even know where to start on this one because this one's not one I know much. I mean, I've heard the chorus a lot, Let's see. I guess I'll start with the chorus. I really don't know where to start on this one. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. $2 bill, boys, $2 bill. I lost all my money but a $2 bill, and I'm on my long journey home. Cloudy in the west and it looks like rain. Looks like rain, boys, it looks like rain. Cloudy in the west and it looks like rain. I'm on my long journey home. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. $2 bill, boys, $2 bill. Lost all my money but a $2 bill, and I'm on my long journey home. Homesick and lonesome and I'm feeling kinda blue. Feeling kinda blue, boys, feeling kinda blue. Homesick and lonesome and I'm feeling kinda blue, 'cause I'm on my long journey home. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. $2 bill, boys, $2 bill. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home. There's black smoke a-rising and it surely is a train. Surely is a train, boys, surely is a train. Black smoke a-rising, it surely is a train. I'm on my long journey home. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. $2 bill, boys, $2 bill. I lost all my money but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home. I'm on my long journey home. Well, that's all I could do with it. I never did that song before, ever. Let's see. I still see a comment or two floating up every once in a while, so I think we're still live. It says we have 37 viewers. So the next tune I've got for you is going to be in the key of C. And I don't think there's a 2 chord. I think there's only a 1, 4, 5. So that would be C, and in this case, F and G. C, F, and G. And anyway, Let's see. This one is Little Mountain Church House, and it was requested by Dottie Hildebrand, and she had requested it a couple of weeks ago. We didn't have a play along last week due to the fact that I had to work late on that water wheel house. So Dottie, I'm sorry, but here it is for you tonight. I hope I can do it justice. This was a great song. Let me tell a tiny bit of a story about this song. Little Mountain Church House. I don't remember the year. It was in the 90s, I believe. It was Song of the Year in Bluegrass, which that's kind of rare for a gospel song, but it was Song of the Year in Bluegrass. It was put out by both Ricky Skaggs and Doyle Lawson. Now, Doyle Lawson seems to be the version that most people know about or tend to go to. But I was at a live show with Doyle one night, and he got so many requests for this song that he ended up playing it I think 4 times in one show. It was unbelievable, the number of requests. People kept yelling it out. Little Mountain Church House, It was pretty crazy. It's kind of like it is here on this channel. People keep asking for Little Mountain Church, I'm sorry. They've been asking for Help Is on the Way, which was also a Doyle Lawson song, by the way. But anyway, Little Mountain Church House is a really great song. And Doyle even apologized that night. He said, well, there was some rub between him and Ricky Skaggs because of that, I think. And I don't mean that they were having trouble, but I think Doyle was trying to play it down because Ricky had it out also, and I don't know. There seemed to have been some kind of a rub there that he wasn't really talking about too much. You could kind of tell, though, it was bothering him, just the way he said stuff. Anyway, just a little bit of trivia there about the Little Mountain Church House, one of the very few gospel songs to ever make it to Song of the Year in Bluegrass. And I'm doing it in C, and I'll play my little kickoff because that helps me get in time with this thing. There's a little mountain church in my thought of yesterday, where friends and family gather for the Lord. There an old-fashioned preacher taught the straight and narrow way for what few coins a congregation could afford. Dressed in all our Sunday best, sat on pews of solid oak. I remember how our voices filled the air, how Mama sounded like an angel on those high soprano notes. When the roll was called up yonder, I'll be there. Looking back now, that little mountain church house has become my life's cornerstone. It was there in that little mountain church house I first heard the word to base my life upon. At the old day Sunday singings, we had dinners on the ground. Many were the troubles that were revived, while their brothers and the sisters who'd gone on to glory land slept in peace in the maple grove nearby. And looking back now, that little mountain church house has become my life's cornerstone. It was there in that little mountain church house I first heard the word to base my life upon. Looking back now, that little mountain church house has become my life's cornerstone. It was there in that little mountain church house I first heard the word to base my life upon. I first heard the word to base my life upon. Little Mountain Church House. I did see some comments scrolling up there while I was doing that one. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, that looks like it's a joke type thing, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't do something, or something wasn't going wrong. We'll get to the comments in a minute. Let's see. Well, then the next one's also a request by Dottie, and Dottie also put Kim's name in on this one. And we're going to go down to G to do this one. Help is on the way. 145 again. A woman in the Bible days, her last meal almost gone. God sent Elijah to make his word known. He said, woman, don't you worry, for God sent me today. And before you even ask him, help was on the way. So just hold on a little longer, help is on the way. A brighter day is coming for those who believe and pray. And help won't help tomorrow if you give up today. So just hold on a little longer, because help is on the way. Troubles of this life come round and burdens get you down. You think no one is listening and you think no one's around. Just remember what his word said. Trust him and obey. Keep your eyes toward the heavens, because help is on the way. So just hold on a little longer, help is on the way. A brighter day is coming for those who believe and pray. Help won't help tomorrow if you give up today. So just hold on a little longer, because help is on the way. No, help won't help tomorrow if you give up today. So just hold on a little longer, because help is on the way. Well, there you have it. Help is on the way. Of that you can be assured. Let's see here. And then this last one is our super common song that just about everybody on the planet knows, except me. Again, I know the chorus. I just never sing the real common songs, and the reason is because everybody else does them. So in the jams, I almost feel, I don't know, this is going to sound kind of stupid, I guess, but I kind of feel like I'm doing most of the other folks a favor by not singing those songs so that they can. You know what I mean? They don't know. I don't know. It's going to sound stupid. It's going to sound stuck up or something, I guess, but it's not the way I mean it. It's just that since I know so many songs, I don't need to sing the common ones that everybody else sings, if you know what I'm saying. And in that way, in the jams, they're free to sing them. Because like if I sang it and then that was their song they were going to sing, well, now they're out of song. You know what I mean? And a lot of them don't know very many songs, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm trying to be kind, even though it probably sounds like I'm trying to sound like a smart aleck or a know-it-all or something. And that's not the way I intend it. But anyway, be that as it may, here is the song, and it was requested by Bill Mumbo, and it's called I'll Fly Away. Let's see here if I can get through it. Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away to that home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. When the shadows of this life have gone, I'll fly away. Like a bird from these prison walls, I'll fly. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. Oh, how glad and happy when we meet. I'll fly away. No more cold iron shackles on my feet. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. Just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a land where joys will never end. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. And when I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Whew, there you go. There's got to be a first time for everything, and there it was. That's a great song. There's nothing wrong with the song. That's not the reason I don't do it. It's just because, like I said, everybody else knows that song, so why bother? I haven't practiced this song, but it made me think of it as I was doing those gospel songs tonight. It made me think of this one. This is yet another Doyle Lawson gospel song, and it's really one of my favorites, though it's a lot more complicated to do. And generally speaking, you have to have people singing the echo to make this song really good. But you know what? It doesn't stop me. Now, I usually do this in A, but because I'm doing it by myself, I think I'll do it in G. And that might be a mistake. I might regret that. But let's see. It's called, what is it called? I told you I can't remember titles. Oh, the heck with it. I'm just going to sing it. You'll figure out the title. I'm going to do it in G, and I think it's just 1, 4, 5, I think. There might be a 2, and if there is, of course, that would be your A. Oh, I'm just not myself, although I look the same. The portrait that I used to be is in a different frame. I feel the sudden strength, though I'm as helpless as a child. And you may see me grinning like it's going out of style. The things I used to treasure, they just get in the way. The people I once hated, I love them more each day. And that frown I'm used to wearing has been turned upside down since Jesus came into my life and turned my life around. He lives in me. He lives in me. He bought me with a price, now I no longer am my own. My life is his kingdom, my heart is his throne. He lives in me. He lives in me. The King of all heaven and earth is living in me. Now even when I'm tempted, good and evil are at war. The battle's getting hotter than it's ever been before. I know where my strength lies, I can't do it on my own. But I get reinforcement 'cause I'm never am alone. He lives in me. He lives in me. He bought me with a price, now I no longer am my own. My life is his kingdom, my heart is his throne. He lives in me. He lives in me. The King of all heaven on earth is living in me. Oh, he lives in me. He lives in me. He bought me with a price, now I no longer am my own. My life is his kingdom, my heart is his throne. He lives in me. He lives in me. The King of all heaven and earth is living in me. Yes, the King of all heaven and earth is living in me. That's just a great song. Another really, really well-written song. Now, if I don't have my songs crossed up, and I probably do, I think that may have been written by a distant relative of mine. It's definitely one of the Doyle Lawson songs that I'm talking about, and I think it was that one. When I looked up who wrote it, it was a lady by the name of Simpson, and she, I'm pretty sure, was from the Missouri area. And you know, my grandmother, my mom's mother, her last name was Simpson, and we were related to pretty much all the Simpsons down in the Ozarks, down around Ellington, Eminence, and that whole area. And anyway, I just saw that name on there as having written that song, and I thought, wow, that is, and a lot of those Simpsons, by the way, were into music. They were into local music. I don't think any of them hit the big time or anything, but a lot of them played music. Just a side note, just thought I'd mention that in case it's true. I might just be telling a big old lie. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm talking about. My mouth just starts moving, it's hard to control. All right, let's go to the comments and see what's going on. Well, let's see. Now, that's weird because now, I don't know what happened there, but now it's not showing anything before we went live, but I think the first couple of comments that are on here were before we went live. Bill Mumbo says, hi, you folks. I know he was... No, I take it back. They were all after we went live. Now that I think about it, that's what threw me off on the curve. All right. I'm more confused than the rest of you. Just live with it. Anyway, Ronald Todd's there, and Michael Broussard. And Gary Hayes says, good evening, Jerry and everyone. David Tharp says, yes, we are here. Well, I'm glad you are. Looks like we have 62 at the moment. David Tharp says, I know you won't, but still requesting that good old tune that Briscoe Darling liked. Never hit your grandma with a big old stick, but that one makes me cry, Charlene. Yeah, makes Charlene cry. Yeah, every time you request that, though, that reminds me of Bill Webb's song. It's something about get a stick, get a stick. So Bill Webb has one. He's going to have to come on here and sing it for you. I think he did sing it one time, actually, on here. Ronald Todd, sorry I'm late. I was busy watching this fella making pistol parts. Wonder who that was. Yeah, if you didn't know, I just released a video an hour or so ago about building the rear sight on a pistol. So there you go. Be sure to check that out. It helps me out. Dottie Hildebrandt, I love that song. Well, good. I don't know which one it was, but I'm glad you love it. You'd probably like it better if somebody else was doing it. See, Dottie Hildebrandt, my donation is on PayPal. Thank you very kindly. I appreciate that very much. And if the rest of you do want to support this, you can. You can click on that $sign button there in the comments area or down below somewhere, and you can make a super chat donation. Or my preference is, if you don't mind, go into your use just Gmail and go through PayPal and email me a donation that way through PayPal. And you just mail it to my regular email address, rosastringworks@gmail.com. And they go straight into my account. I don't have to deal with anything on that. So, let's see. And then Dottie says, Kim, where are you? And then Gary Hayes has a comment there. Jerry, did you hear about Dave Tharp? Black Eye, his wife, told him to shut up. Oh, did I hear about David Tharp's black eye? His wife told him to shut up. Thought she said, get up. Sorry, Dave, I had to make a joke. So, yeah, I have heard that told before. Yeah, but, yeah, you got to be careful standing up these days. You just never know. David Tharp. Oh, no, he doesn't have any question marks. See, Dottie says, thank you, Jerry, for doing Little Mountain Church. Worth the wait. Well done. Well, thank you. But I did get a kick out of that night. I was watching Doyle live. I don't remember where we were. We were at a place where we were playing a show or something, and we stopped, to watch his show. And anyway, he got at least 4 requests for that same song in one show. I mean, that's very unusual. That's very unusual. But that was a super popular song that year. Gary Hayes says, Jerry, could you do From Where I Stand for me and David Tharp? Well, yeah, if you twist my arm. And for those that don't know where this song came from, it's a song I wrote. I started writing it when I was 18, and I finished it when I was 48. So it took me 30 years to write this song. And there's a lot more to the story, but I won't bore you with it. But anyway, I was originally going to send it to you know me and names. I can't think of them. They just, I know this guy's name. But anyway, who sang Carmen? Doggone it. I hate my life. It's just ridiculous. I can't think of people's names when I know them just as good as I know my own name. I don't know why that is. But anyway, here is From Where You Stand. Marty Robbins is the name I was trying to think of. I was wanting to send this to Marty Robbins. I started writing when I was 18, was planning to send it to him, and then it got lost in the shuffle, and 30 years later I finished the song, and he was already dead. From where by the way, it's in C. From where I stand, I can see all the lights of the city. For one man to love one woman so much it's a pity. From where I stand I can see the cantina she goes to, where she's not supposed to, but goes anyway. From where I stand I can hear the music and laughter. Camilla tells me that's what her young heart is after. But I see it differently. I see her there with a man. Camilla's lying, I see it from where I stand. From where I stand I can see the smiles on their faces. The music plays on as I watch their tender embraces. From where I stand I can see her dress as it's swaying, and it seems to be waving goodbye to me. From where I stand I can hear the music and laughter. Camilla tells me that's what her young heart is after. But I see it differently. I see her there with a man. Camilla's lying, I see it from where I stand. Camilla is lying, I see it from where I stand. Thank you for the request there, Gary. And if David wanted to hear it, thank you too. Let's see. Cliff Tenez, he says, hey, Jerry, and he's applauding. Just watched your site build. Good darn job. He says, excellent tunes. Keep it going. Well, thank you. WP, best singing gunsmith that I've ever seen or heard. Well, I'm in good company that way because I'm probably the only one, obviously, that you've ever heard. That gives me good high praise. I appreciate it. Let's see. Bill Mumbo, thanks, Jerry. Please look up Carolyn Hester's version, I'll Fly Away. She was a contemporary of Bob Dylan's and is still going. Okay. I'll try to remember that, but the chances are slim. I've heard so many hundreds of people do that song. I'll write her name down just so I can maybe find it later. Let's see. James Copy, Wildwood Flower, Carter Family. Well, if I had a guitar, I'd pick it for you, but it's, I can play it on the mandolin, but I doubt I can do it justice. I'll give it a shot. I don't sing the words to it, so if that's what you're asking for, I don't sing the words to it. No, wrong song. That's the best I can do with that tune. That's really a guitar tune for the most part. Christy Ledger, thank you for singing $2 Bill. A fine job. We really enjoyed it. Sing it more often. Well, I guarantee you for sure, 100%. That's the first time I ever did that song, and I haven't even really jammed to that one very much. A couple of times in my life, probably 2 or 3 times, maybe. Not too many people do it, but every once in a while you run across somebody that does it. Yeah, Marty Robbins, thank you. You know me, I just draw. I don't know what it is. When it comes to a name, I just draw blanks. It's just blank. I can be looking you right in the face. That's what drives me nuts on stage. So I'm looking at Leon, and I've known Leon since the 80s. I've known Leon since the 80s. And I look at him, and I just can't say his name. It just goes away. I don't know why that is. It's just weird. It's the weirdest feeling, and you're so helpless, especially when you're on stage in front of the microphone. You just feel like such an idiot. But it's just part of it. I can't help it. It's just been that way my whole life. Don, nice. Jerry, my gunsmith can't sing at all. I have a great holiday. Have a great holiday, everyone. And then Dottie says, you should send this song to his son, Robbie. Yeah, I should, but you know me. The last thing I want to become is famous or rich, either one. I have a thing against that. Not really. It's just getting around to it. And if you knew where to send it and who to send it to, I'd do it probably. But so if y'all want to research that and tell me where to send it, I'll be glad to do that. Gary Hayes, I guess I'm just lazy. Gary Hayes, thanks, Jerry. Great job singing and great song. Well, thank you. And then Bill Momo's applauding there. And then Marianne Acker, this is the first time I've ever had commercials ads popping up in the middle of the music. Well, that's all to do with YouTube. I don't really control that part of it too much. So there you go. I can turn them completely off, but the problem with that is I don't make any money then, and then there's really no benefit to me doing any of this, I enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but on the other hand, I do need a little income because this is the only income I have. Those of you who don't know, and I've told this a couple of times, but my retirement is gone. I have zero, none, not any. All I get is Social Security. So YouTube really saved my farm. I was going to sell my farm, but YouTube actually saved it. It's made it possible for me to keep it, and therefore, I hate the fact that you have to put up with commercials, but I love the fact that it makes me some money. So, sorry. Jarvis Wilkins, do another. Let's see. Ronald Todd says, did you guest show up? Yeah. Well, I don't know yet, to be honest with you. The one was showing up late this evening, and the other one's not coming till tomorrow evening. But yeah, they'll be here, I would imagine. We have 2 rental properties here on the farm, if you didn't know, and we have them on Airbnb. And anybody's welcome to rent them off of Airbnb and come and stay and spend a day or two. And we'll treat you like royalty, especially if you just tell me you watch my videos. David Tharp says, to avoid the ads, you have to get a YouTube Premium. Yeah, and I do have YouTube Premium myself, to be honest with you. So, I do. Now, YouTube does still support us through the YouTube Premium or whatever you want to call it, subscription. Somehow or another, they're supposed to give us a percentage of that, and I don't know how they do it and how they could possibly do that with as many people as are doing these things, but you know how it is. You just have to trust and hope. Somebody said do another one. That was Jarvis Wilkins. Why not do my Civil War tune that I wrote about finding the wedding ring back there? Now this, for those of you who may not know, because I know there's always new people, I do a lot of metal detecting here on the farm. I always wanted to tie in my farm to the Civil War. Now, only because of history, not because I'm pro-war or anything. The history of it, And I was trying to figure out a way to tie my farm into the Civil War because I just assumed it would be tied into it because it's a big place here. It's got all these springs. It's at the end of the railroad track, which is just, like all of that is a magnet for Civil War activity. So, but I never thought I would. I did a lot of old research, books and things, and I found battles that were on the Little Piney. And the Little Piney is just 3/4 of a mile or maybe just a half a mile that way. So it's not far, And so I thought, well, maybe there's, hope that I'll find something. Well, I kind of gave up after a number of years of searching. And then I started doing a lot of metal detecting. Well, lo and behold, I found Civil War artifacts. And I also found some little, old type toy artifacts like handmade marbles out of clay-fired marbles, and things like that. I just found all kinds of stuff that indicated there was a child. And then I found a wedding band down 18 inches deep in one of the springs. So I wrote this song based on all that. Hope you enjoy it. It's in C, F, and G, and there is an A minor in this, which would be your 6 minor. Sarah married John in 64, and that same year he marched off to war, leaving Sarah in the valley all alone. But that would change soon after he had gone. She washed the baby's clothes in the nearby spring. It was there she lost her precious wedding ring. And feeling more alone, she longed for his return. The nights were long as her heart would yearn. And then 160 years pass into view, when her precious wedding band was found anew, just as if her soul were there for all to see. Sarah, John, and their baby. The war raged on as Sarah made her way. The baby grew more like John every day. She prayed that one day soon the war would end, and she'd see John coming round the bend. And despite the odds, John made his way home. And though weak and sick, Sarah would hang on, till the baby's daddy held him to his breast, allowing Sarah to find eternal rest. And then 160 years pass into view, when her precious wedding band was found anew, just as if her soul were there for all to see. Sarah, John, and their baby. Sarah, John, and their baby. There you go. That's the short version of it. Let's see. Moving on back to the comments. David Tharp says, to avoid the ad. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's the YouTube Premium. Yep. And then let's see. James Copy, River of Jordan. Well, I don't know that one. I'd have to look up the words on that one. David Tharp, talk about a well-written song. Tells a great story. Well, thank you, David. That's nice of you to say. I like to write songs that have stories to them. Most of my songs tell some kind of story. Some songs are written, they're just kind of a rhyming thing, most of them tell some kind of story, I guess. But a lot of I think where a lot of up-and-coming songwriters, when they're starting, so much of their time is just spent trying to make a poem, make it rhyme, And you need to be able to tell a story where people can hear the story, but yet read between the lines and add to the story in their own mind. It needs to be told in such a way that the rhyme is secondary. if that makes any sense to you. At least that's the way I feel about it. I don't know how you feel about it. You may think I'm all wet, but that's the way I see it. But thank you. Thank you all very much for being so nice to me and the kind words and everything. I really do appreciate it. Next week, we should have Cash here. Cash and his friend, they're not boyfriend, girlfriend, but his friend, her name is I don't know what her name is. It's a unique name. Cambry, that's her name, Cambry. Anyway, and they'll be singing, a couple of duet type songs, and Cash and I'll be doing a few songs together. So it'll be a fun time next Thursday evening. So the band's not going to make it, just so you understand. It'll just be Cash and myself for next Thursday's play along. I will see you tomorrow around 1 o'clock with another vlog. Hope you'll join me then. Let me see here if we did get another comment or two, and one of them is a request. Jarvis says he wants to hear Seminole Wind. Okay. I'll do it. I don't mind. I've always said I hate to not do requests. It's like whenever we're on stage, if we get requests, if somebody in the band knows it, we do it. That's just the way it is. We just always have done that. That's been our policy. Let me see here. I'm going to do this in D minor. Now, the original was E minor. The fiddle does it in E minor, but I dropped it down to D minor. And the true story on this, whether you want to believe it or not, is we were the first bluegrass band that I know of, and I'm pretty sure the first bluegrass band to record this song. And right after John came out with it, we recorded it in bluegrass and in the studio and sent it out on Prime Cuts of Bluegrass, and it went all over the world. In fact, and this was just before the internet. I think the internet was just barely starting, so there was almost nothing going on the internet at that time. It was in the mid-'90s, somewhere in there. And anyway, we... At that time, keep in mind, you don't have a way to contact people very easily. Even in that scenario, we got fan letters from 7 different countries doing this song. And, they were super nice letters. They were like, man, I love your song. I think your version's better, and all that kind of thing. It was just wonderful. And we did have it polished out pretty good. And that was with a different band than we presently play with, but it did work really well. So I've always enjoyed this tune. I just think it's a great song. Another really well written song. Whoops, I better pull my microphone back over here. I was quitting. Let me try to get this up here where I can play it. I don't know. Anyway, we'll try it. Ever since the days of old, man has searched for wealth untold. They dig for silver, pan for gold, and leave the empty holes. Way down south in the Everglades, where the black waters roll and the sawgrass sways, the eagles fly and the otters play in the land of the Seminole. So blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. I'm calling to you like a long-lost friend, but I know who you are. And blow, blow from the Okeechobee all the way up to Micanopy, across the home of the Seminole, the alligator and the gar. Progress came and took its toll, and in the name of flood control, they drained the land and they drained the land. Now their glades are going dry. The last time I walked in the swamp, I stood upon a cypress stump. I listened close and I heard the ghost of Osceola cry. So blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. I'm calling to you like a long-lost friend, but I know who you are. And blow, blow from the Okeechobee all the way up to Micanopy, across the home of the Seminole, the alligator and the guard. That's the best I can do by myself. Ronald Todd says, let's go camping. By the way, we do have camper hookups here too, and you're welcome to come and, like if you're passing through the area, you're welcome to stay here, and just a small donation, $20 or something, just to pay for the electric or whatever. We don't have sewer hookups, but we can get you good, clean well water. It's perfectly drinkable. Let's see. David Thar says, here's the only poem I ever wrote. Roses are red, violets are blue. Most poems rhyme, but this one don't. Yeah, well, that's a good start there, David. You ought to work that out a little bit. Not nice. Jerry, you never quit. You're too good. Well, yeah, right, whatever. But thank you anyway for the sentiment. I appreciate it. We will see you tomorrow about 1 o'clock. Thank you so much again. We'll see you then.